Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and welcome back to another episode of PokeMMO Money Making Mania. Today is day 5, which means today is the last day that I'm going to be focusing on making Pokeyen during the Lunar New Year event. I'll also hopefully finish my Shaman tablet grind today, and that'll give us a perfect sort of outro to this series. And then from there on, I'm going to be spending all of my Pokeyen possible during the backside, sort of end side of the Lunar New Year event on Shiny Charms, Richest Charms, etc., etc. I'm going to be dumping everything. That 8 mil cash stack you see right now will be absolutely down to 0 as soon as we make today's Pokeyen. Now, I do, of course, have my daily gym run to do, and I do have Pokemon sitting in the GTL listings waiting for me to collect them. However, first things first, I have some Pokemon to actually go over to my PC, sort through, and sell. Now, I usually have tried to make around 500k each day during this series, but I wonder, what are the odds that I can make 1.7 mil in one day and get up to 10 million as a great way to end this series? I think it's possible, so let's go ahead and try to do that. Here's our current box of Pokemon that I actually need to sell off. I do have some little items here, randomly here and there. We have 2 alphas here, and then a bunch of 1x31 Pokemon. These were all caught throughout the tablet process of the Shaman. It's been really cool to essentially earn around 100k Pokeyen or so during the Shaman grind, while also getting that Shaman catch at the actual end of the grind itself, which is a minimum, last time I checked, going to be around 1.8 mil, I believe. But if you get a good IV Shaman, I think most people, yeah, it's 2 mil now. It's actually gone up in price in terms of a minimum base price. Okay, but back to the box I'm meant to be focusing on here. I'm going to go ahead and just start selling. I'll see you guys with a total price check at the end. Before we start, some things that are important to note are that I'm currently at 361,000 there after the 8 mil. That'll be important to see how much it cost me in listing fees. And then secondly, I am listing a total of 24 Pokemon. Alright, everything has been sold off except for I did actually keep the 2 Gyarados. So I want to maybe do a breeding project with those. They are actually at a really nice value though. It's crazy. Any Moxie Gyarados is going for a base price of minimum 27k at the time of recording, which is super nice. It makes a lot of sense. It's a very powerful Pokemon. But as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, 346k is our total expected revenue to be brought in. And then it did cost us, if you can see the top left hand corner of the screen, it cost us around 30k to list all those Pokemon, which isn't too shabby at all for listing 22 Pokemon. Most of the Pokemon are just super cheap right now. Most things going for 3 to 4k for 1x31 IVs. 2x31s are still fantastic. And then alphas honestly still go for a great price. But the price on most 1x31s are super down right now. Breeding might be one of the secret best ways to make money at the moment. Alright, Cyndaquils are usually great profit, and here's a really easy one I'm going to do a couple times and show you guys how much I can make profit on it. So, right now you can buy a Cyndaquil that has 31 speed, as you can see here, or 46k, 48k. It kind of goes up after a couple purchases, but let's do that plus 46k, and now that is 31 speed. To get the 31 special attack on it, a Ditto is only 6 to 7k. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And you have to buy 2 braces for both of them, so that's plus 20k. I'm going to add that. Puts us at 73 total cost. So if we want to make a Cyndaquil that has both 31 special attack and 31 speed, that comes out to 73k. Now, how much does a Cyndaquil cost that has those stats? Around 90k, upwards of 100k after these sell. So really easy profit then. Obviously, the listing fee is going to cut into that a little bit, but you're essentially breeding Cyndaquils for 10 to 20k profit per. If they sell for that 100k price, you're making 25k profit per Cyndaquil, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on some of those. Now, I will say the scary thing with this is that breeding is 100% spending money to make money. As you can see, my cash stack just absolutely drained. But if you have enough capital, you can really make a ton of profit doing breeding per hour especially. Let's go ahead and make these 2 Cyndaquils. I'll grab one more Ditto, 2 times 31s, you guys can see there. I'll grab another Ditto and make sure to make one more. We'll have 3 eggs popping on the side, and we'll start some other sort of breed. Now, you don't want to just do like 10 to 20 Cyndaquils, right? You want to do a couple of those, check out Gibbles, check out Axews, like Volcaronas, check out other Pokemon that might have those profit margins, and really mix it up. That's the difficulty with breeding. You can't just do the same thing over and over again, because then you end up flooding the market, and that ends up hurting your margins alongside a ton of other things. And you have to be really smart about long-term breeding for profit. Alright, here's the last Cyndaquil egg being made. Just to show you guys, I'll hatch those and show you guys the outcomes. It should be pretty simple. They should just be 2 times 31 all across. But if we get any lucky nature rolls like mild, rash, or modest, that would up profits tremendously. Alright, I'm starting to buy some stuff, so I don't get too confused. Let's go ahead and just take a break and let's sell these Cyndaquils off before I get too mixed up in too many breeds. Alright, first things first, moment of truth. I haven't checked any of these Cyndaquils for their natures. Let's see if any of them came out modest, mild, or rash. There we go. One of them actually did, so that is a huge price jump in our profit. Now, I am going to try to sell the 2 non-natured ones for 108k, so these will sell once these 3 sell and get off the market. I'm going to hope that these sell in a decent amount of time, but I think it's just worth it, even if not. I'm just going to be able to make 35k profit per Cynda when they do and if they do sell, so that'll be a huge difference versus the 25k. Let's go ahead and list them up and get the calculator up, trying to keep track of those numbers. Alright, so the calculators are expected profit. Now let's go ahead and go over to the next Cyndaquil. Once again, just a really simple one. It's going to be the same exact price check, but then we do have the rash one. Now for the rash one, you could go ahead and just change the nature to rash and price check your Cyndaquil that way. However, that's going to give you a false price check, as you can see here. It's really important to just go around whenever you have a Pokemon like this, just check literally what is the cheapest out of those 3 natures. One of my Cyndaquils already sold. Did you guys see that in the bottom corner of the screen? That's a big deal. Wow, I didn't expect it to sell that fast, but here we do have the rash one. This one's female modest, so this is going to be pretty comparable. 140k. I'm going to list mine for that 139. It's pretty crazy how similar in price these are. I wonder if people are buying too many of the non-natured Cyndaquils, because yeah, that price check shouldn't be that close from my understanding. But we'll do a plus. So these cost what, 75k a piece? So at 140k, we're making a whopping, I believe, 65k profit. It's 25k from 75 to 100, and the extra 40k on top. So 40k plus 25k. Yes, quick maths. I'm terrible at it, but I think that's an extra 65k profit. So we made essentially the profit of 2 Cyndaquils in 1 Cyndaquil by just randomly getting lucky and breeding the correct nature. You'd love to see that. So 135k profit in a couple of minutes right there. Make sure to check Cyndaquil market and check the prices every now and again, and you can do stuff like this. It's pretty crazy. Now, do keep note that if you're watching this video far in the future, this might have changed drastically. If the Johto region is out, then Cyndaquil's spawns have most likely moved over to that region and are much easier to catch. This could be totally gone within a couple of months. Alright, but back over to the next breed I was cooking up before I was getting distracted by the Cyndaquils and stuff. I think 2 more breeds I want to worry about. So right here, we have this Nidoran that I got for, not kidding, 3k Pokeyen, and this Flaffy I got for, not kidding, 4,500. So these were 7,500 a piece, and now I do need the braces to go ahead and breed them. These were severely under market value, so I'm going to grab the belt and the power weights. That's 20k. We do have to add those to our price check, obviously. So this breed is going to cost us 27,500, and now I need to see if I should pay the extra 5k to make it male. And you see, the way that I do that is by putting in those IVs, 31 HP, 31 defense, going to Monster Egg Group, price checking without checking the gender, and you see them go for around, this is an incorrect price check, it's really around 38k, 40k. This is incorrect because Tenga is a female-only species, so don't get baited by this. That makes it less valuable. Now let's go over to males. So we saw like 38k. What about males? 50k minimum. So yeah, it's definitely going to be worth, in my opinion, to pay that extra 5k for that much more profit. Yeah, absolutely. So the breeding process is going to look like this. Yup, we're going to breed it as, yup, that's okay. We're also going to pay for male. Yes, male should be 5k extra, correct. We're going to add that over to our price check. A little bit extra 5k. So it's 32,500 Pokeyen in total cost. And we should be able to sell it for an easy 50k pretty quickly. So that's a super easy, like 16k profit after the listing fee. Now let's go ahead and go finish one more breed. I got one other Pokemon for a very cheap price. I went ahead and bought this Whismur with these stats for 35k while checking out a price check for the Flaffy Nidorina breed. Alright, something hilarious and almost unfortunate is that I'm actually about to use this female Marowak with this Whismur breed, and that's going to be the best way to do this. So I'm actually going to be getting rid of this Nidoqueen's Alpha Nis. Now, I'm hopefully able to profit here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a price check. So I spent 35k on the Whismur. We'll go ahead and do that. Plus 39k for that Nidoqueen. Plus the 20k I'm about to spend in braces. But this should give us a 2 times 31 with 30 attack as well, which is going to be quite relevant. So we head over to this lady. Let's grab the correct braces. We spent 94k so far. So we are breeding a 3 times 31. This is what it's going to look like. 31 HP, 31 defense, 31 speed, and then 30 attack, excuse me. 30 attack is very important. We're going to go ahead and breed. I am going to pay for the male gender, actually. That'll be important. Let's see. Hopefully it's only 5k. Yup, so that is an extra 5k to our price check. It should be always worth here to pay for the extra 5k. So it cost us around 100k. Around 100k spot on for this breed. Let's do a quick price check before we check out this other Nidorino. Alright, so with the stats that we bred, you can see right here in the A group that we bred, here should be the price check. I'm really curious what it's looking like. 238k, is that too much? Is that with the 31 attack? No. Wow, that's actually the cheapest. That seems really expensive. That's nuts. But I mean, that's good news for me. That means like pretty much minimum. I don't see myself selling this thing for less than, yeah, wow, both of these have 30 attack. Now, the Nidorino did have 25 plus special defense. Did this also have special defense? No, wow. Okay, I should easily be able to sell this breed for 200k. So I'm minimum making 100k profit on this. This definitely turned out to be a lucrative breed. Now, let's go ahead and check out this Nidorino that I bred previously to this. 2 times 31. Pretty simple. Let's just go sell it off. Now, this one was just meant to go for 50k if I'm not mistaken. Let's go. Yep, should be pretty easy. Should be a pretty simple sale. Let's go ahead and list it. Easy peasy stuff. Now, we only did around 3 breeds, three total different types of breeds. We did 3 Cyndaquils, we did 2 different Nidorinos, and that's pretty much it. So 5 Pokemon total. Now, after breeding 5 Pokemon, I should come out with an estimated 255k profit. Not revenue, but profit, if I calculated everything appropriately. I believe I made around 140k after the Cyndaquils, only 15k from that one Nidoran breed that I just sold, and then this egg should come out to like a 100k profit, which is even kind of being conservative. It could be more like 120k or so, but I'm calculating it pretty modestly at 255k profit. You could even say 250k if you want to play it super safe. Now, I have been breeding for around 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so. So really making 250k profit, 30 minutes equates to around 500k profit an hour. That's the kind of stuff you can do with breeding. It's pretty intense and insane if you're able to make smart decisions. And I was even going pretty casual and pretty slow about it. I definitely just got some great deals on this one, but you could do this really easy, replicate this by making smart decisions and being a lot faster than me. Alright, the final breed has hatched. Came out pretty simple. Modest nature, not useful. Yo, what's up, Coco Shiny? How you doing? Let's go ahead and list this thing off. Like I said earlier, for the purpose of selling this thing a bit quicker, I'm going to try to list this for 200k, and that should be plenty fair. So let's see how that goes, and let's go on, move on to something else. I'll probably be doing my gym run the next time you guys see me. It's definitely stressful doing such a challenge and trying to make Pokeyen in such a limited amount of time and doing something like breeding. I did spend around, 400k Pokeyen there, and I still want to try to reach that 10 mil goal by the end of today. It's looking tough, but maybe if enough stuff sells in a quick enough period of time, I think we can definitely get there. It's going to depend on the market RNG, though. Let's head over to Unova and get set up for our gym run. Alright, here we are after the stream and after the gym run, and my current cash stack is sitting at 8.186 million Pokeyen. Now, I have a couple things to do. We did finish all of the tablets on stream. I haven't gone to collect all of the alphas, so that'll be interesting. But first things first, I want to sell off these Pokemon right here, these couple 1x31s, and then after I sell those off, I'm gonna finally collect the huge stack of Pokeyen waiting for me on the GTL. Alright, here we are after the stream and after the gym run, and my current cash stack is sitting at 8.186 million Pokeyen. Now, I have a couple things to do. We did finish all of the tablets on stream. I haven't gone to collect all of the alphas, so that'll be interesting. But first things first, I want to sell off these Pokemon right here, these couple 1x71s, and then after I sell those off, I'm gonna finally collect the huge stack of Pokeyen waiting for me on the GTL. Let's go ahead and start doing that and get to it. Alright, I just finished selling everything off. Let's go ahead and finally collect our rewards. I don't know about you guys, but I have been waiting for this for quite a while. We see a couple 100,000 Pokeyen. All the Cyndaquils and everything sold as well. All 3 Cindas sold. The Glaceon Alpha sold. A lot of stuff that I've listed recently sold. That Onyx just sold. How many pages do we have to collect? Around 4. But it does fall off a lot in terms of pricing. But the first page is chock full of Pokeyen. Let's go ahead and do it. 3, 2, 1, claim all. 1.3 million right off the bat from the first page. 1.45 million, I want to say. 1.5 million right there. And then finally leaving us with around 1.75 million, I believe. It'd be like around 1.5 mil. Sorry, 1.5 mil and 25k. So, wow, around 1.5 mil if I count things correctly. That is a solid amount. We are actually almost at the 10 mil mark. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna be honest, I had the huge goal of 10 mil. I did not expect to come this close. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that I'm gonna be able to go to bed tonight, wake up tomorrow, do my gym run, and then we actually will reach the 10 mil mark to spend on the Lunar New Year event. That worked out way better. You could call it scripted content. That worked out way better than I ever would have expected. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little mini series. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. It helps me out a ton. Make sure to dislike if you didn't. That's okay as well. Comment any feedback. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. The Discord link is down below. Follow me over on Twitch. Check out the streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. EST. I did end up streaming a lot of this, and it was a lot of fun times, and hopefully you guys checked it out. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. See you with the final episode of actually spending everything and, you know, finally taking use of everything we've earned. So I'll see you guys with the spending spree. See you later. Yo, if you're watching this, that means you watched the entire video. So first things first, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. And if your name is on this list, that means you go above and beyond and support the channel and allow me to do what I do every single day. Thank you so much and have a great day.